All verse Rising Soul fam. Video on knowing who you're dealing with from research and then engage with someone is better than going in headstrong with anyone you know nothing about. By yours truly, Jewels Unisouls. Vice versa. If you ever saw a girl that's a neighbor to you and then months later find her social media on a search feed on IG or anywhere randomly in recommendations, so it made it easier for you to talk to her now that you know her interests and can build a connection from it, because in years of martial arts, I learned to not go to any female not knowing anything about her, because it's like going to a war not knowing about my opponents. I tend to do that a lot with females in general due to not knowing anything about them if I found them in person first. But if I found females through social media first, it's easier for me to talk to them about anything because I know about things they're into through the things they post, which makes it easy for me to have our conversations about their interests, whether it be fashion or anything they're into. Because what I learned through years of martial arts is not to go into any war not knowing about your opponent, because it'll be your long night of pain. And with females I see for the first time, I feel more comfortable talking to them through social media since I already know things about them. But for females, and I repeat, but for females I see for first time ever, if it's anywhere local, in person, or in same neighborhood, I avoid them due to not having time for most, making lame excuses, and my intelligent energy is wasted. And I'm introverted due to being shunned my whole life. Okay? And to other points about why it's intelligent to know who you're dealing with before heading into anything, especially physical war. Like, for example, if a comrade of mine is getting their butt kicked by someone stronger than them in overall battle IQ and battle brute strength, before I jump in to help and fight, I ask my comrade, what type of fighter is this opponent, so we both know how to counter with a life-saving game plan to end this dangerous battle quickly together so we don't end up destroyed. Because when you fight an opponent to save your own life or comrades in any form of martial arts self-defense in life threat situations, it's important to know what your opponent opponent's vital point openings could be based off the martial art weaponry arsenals they use, so you can counter in the war to end it quickly against them. Because let me tell you something. Like, man, if a comrade literally asks me to save their life, and I'm going to be the person that's going to be like, okay, what kind of martial arts does this individual use that gave you so much trouble, so that way I can know how to counter them, because and I'm definitely aware of people who do a lot of sorcery powers and shit like that, like the Otsutsuki clans in Naruto. I be aware of that, man, because like beings do exist where they can do sorcery powers coming from their ki energy and stuff. So it's definitely wise to know about your opponent. And even when Tamari asked Shikamaru how is she supposed to fight Yuya, it was an intelligent street fight thing to do and know what counters to use instead of just going in headstrong and risk a tougher uphill battle that didn't need to happen. Kankuro used Satcon and Yukon strengths against them after getting tips from Kiba and saved Kiba's life. So the moral of the story is, man, knowing about who you're dealing with is beneficial to your safety and beneficial to your spiritual health, man. Because not knowing anything about anyone can like give you an uphill battle that doesn't need to happen at all.